Hello, Chille. My name's Elisha Griffith, and I'm going to send you some screenshots of what has been done to me. I was arrested wrongfully. I had a warrant for my arrest on some previous bullshit, and Chance relationship falsely arrested me in front of my 73-year-old mother and my 3-year-old granddaughter. Please, if you can, go back. Thank you.
Do you want your story out?
Yes. And I'd like for you to let a call in my mom.
I'll call me. I'll get back to you. I got your story. I want to tell your story. Which blanket ship is it? The tiny little guy?
He's not very tiny. He's kind of buff.
Oh no, he's buff to you. In real life, he's a beta male bitch. To men like me. He's a coward. Why would he do that to a woman?
Because he is my niece's brother-in-law.
They're going to see your pictures and they're going to understand what a woman beater actually does to women. He makes their face look like yours. And if you have better pictures, can you please send them to me?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm sorry. What was your name again?
Elisha. Elisha.
What's your last name, Alicia?
Griffith.
Now, Alicia, I'm sure you know I record all my phone calls.
Yes.
And so, is this something that you want to be on the record or off the record?
Let me explain it to you, and then you take it from there. How's that?
Well, before you start to explain, I do this a lot, so I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Yep. And the best way we can get through this is if you just answer the questions exactly the questions that I ask.
Okay.
Because I'll end up stopping you and having you go back several times. I'll try to be as patient as I possibly can. The victims of police brutality often are extraordinarily emotional because of the distrust that they're going through and the pain. Mm-hmm. So I'll try to walk you through this so that we can tell your story properly.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you sent me some pictures of you that are pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Can you bring me back to where your first interaction with the Ironton police had ever began? The very first time, maybe not this incident, the very first incident.
Well, they come in my home, of course, unannounced.
The first time, when was this? When did that happen?
April 1st. I was arrested.
Why did the police come to your house on April 1st?
Because they had warrants.
Who did they have a warrant for?
Me, my son.
So they came there to serve a warrant on you and your son for allegedly dealing drugs. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so when they come there, they come with a warrant for you, a warrant for your arrest, and a warrant for Nicholas.
Yes.
And how many cops come to your house to serve that warrant?
Sweetheart, I'm going to tell you. It was like, I thought 4 o'clock in the morning. But I was asleep. My old man was asleep. My son was asleep, and his girlfriend. I wake up to them hollering, "Everybody needs to get out of the house. You're all under arrest." I said, "Well, you got a warrant?" He said, "Yeah." Now I'm in my tank top and panties, and they're trying to take me out the door. I said, "Dude, I got to get some clothes."
No, hold on. Remember I said I was going to stop you a lot and bring you back? So that's what I'm doing now, okay? So they're outside the door. They're banging on the walls and on the door and screaming, "Come out, come out, come out right now. You get out of the house. The police are here. We have a warrant." Is this correct?
Yes.
How many cops are out there?
I'd say 3 or 4. I've got MS and can't remember a whole lot.
I would say more than that, but at least 4.
At least.
Okay, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning.
Approximately.
Okay. Now, what's the next thing that happens after they're beating on the door?
They came in my house. It was dark.
How did they get in the house?
Well, I talked to the chief of police, Pam.
Okay, so then you called the police.
Beg your pardon?
Did you call the police, or he was there at your door?
Hell no, I didn't call him.
So then what happens though? You take me down this road. Let me, help me explain the story here. The cops are outside beating on your door. Say they're gonna come in. What happens next? You go to the door. Who goes to the door?
I believe my son.
Okay, so your son goes to the door and he opens the door. Is that correct?
I'm assuming so.
Okay, so you don't know, but he comes in, and so now the cops enter the door by either probably the son or the girlfriend opening the door, and they come into your home, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now what happens next?
I come down the hallway out of my bedroom. What the hell? They tell me, you're under arrest. Yes. I'm standing in my panties and my muscle shirt. In my bedroom, just come out. Flashing them bright flashlights like they do. And I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see very good. The cop told me, you need to get pants on. I said, well, I got to go to my bedroom and get them. He followed me back there. I got some stupid pants on. And then I came back down the hallway. I don't know where nobody's at, but they put handcuffs on my wrists, very hard, very tight.
Did they put the handcuffs behind your back?
I think it was in front of me.
Okay, because your mobility is bad? Is that what it is?
Yes.
You have a hard time walking?
Sometimes, yes.
Okay, and they still put you in the torture cuffs?
Yes.
Okay, so they put the torture cuffs on your wrist and they put them in front. And is it immediate pain and torture?
Yes, and they jerked me out.
Jerked you out. So now we're still in the hallway, though. You went down, you got your pants on, you came back, you're in cuffs. And now what happens next? Because your face is all beat up.
Well,
No. Just give me the next step so the story can be in chronological order so people can understand your story. Do you see what I mean? I'm on your side.
Okay, hold on a second.
Okay.
I didn't get beat up April 1st. This happened May 2nd.
Okay, but let's finish this story. So they take you outside in the handcuffs, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and then they put you in a cop car?
They put cuffs on my old man. They cuffed my son and his friend.
So they cuff all four of you, and they take you to the car?
Yes. Well, wait a minute. They said that my old man, Glenn, had a warrant for his arrest, a 7-month warrant. And they took the cuffs off him. They took the cuffs off Sarah. And me and Nicholas was took to the police station.
You're skipping a couple steps there. So they took the cuffs off of the girlfriend and your husband.
He's my boyfriend.
Okay, your boyfriend. And then before they take you to the dungeon, do they pat you down?
No.
Do they pat down your son?
I wouldn't know that because I was probably already in the car.
And then they put you in the back of the car?
I won't say SUV.
Oh, it's an SUV. And so, what's your age?
52.
Okay, you're 52, and you have MS. So you're not mobile, and you have sugar diabetes.
Yes.
Okay, and so then they take you to the dungeon.
Yes.
And then do they process you through there and make you get booked?
Well, they took me into I'm thinking of his name. Anyway, they took me in the office and asked me to sign this paper. I didn't know what I was signing. I signed my name to it.
What was the paper?
I don't know.
Okay.
I said, I'm not talking. I ain't saying a word. And the guy, I think it was Hanshaw, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go ahead, take her on back. She ain't gonna talk. I said, you damn right ain't talking. I'm pissed off. Well, then they take me outside the office. They're sitting on the bench across from me, and I don't remember exactly what I said to him, but I know it wasn't good. They put the custody still on me. They booked me and put me in a cell.
Did they make you take off all your clothes?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They took me in that little room and had me take all the clothes off.
Okay, so they saw you in your panties and tank top, and they saw you go change your pants because they accompanied you.
Yeah.
And then they took you to the dungeon, and then they made you take off your clothes, and they made you turn around, squat, and cough.
Well, that's the funny part. I was pissed off. I have urinary tract. I pee my pants a lot, so I wear pads. And I had to take my panties off, and I'd bend over and I'd spray my ass cheeks. I said, "Is that good enough for you?" She said, "Oh, yeah. They took my panties and put me in a jumpsuit, took me to the booking, and that's when I seen my son. I don't know what I said to him, but it was hurtful. And I told him I had sugar diabetes type 2, I have multiple sclerosis, and I can't be jerked around like that. I have overreactive nerves from my MS. You there?
I'm listening. And then what happens?
They took me back there and put me in the jail.
In the dungeon. And so they've terrorized you completely. They terrorized your home, and then they sexually assaulted you. And then how long are you in the dungeon for, and how do you get out?
Okay, I was there for 6 days and 6 nights.
Oh man, so this story's a long story.
Yeah.
And what's that stay entail when you're there? How crowded is the jail?
I mean, before, like the night before I left on the 6th, the 5th they brought some girl in, and she was sitting on a mat in the floor. There was no room for nobody.
Bodies on top of bodies.
Pretty much.
No beds?
Nobody. I mean, there wasn't room for her to be there. So they gave her a mat, and she sat on the mat.
And then what's the days and nights like where you're in jail, and what are you charged with?
Complicity, trafficking. I was there.
Co-conspirator to trafficking narcotics?
Pretty much.
But you're not dealing drugs.
No, absolutely not.
And are you a recovering drug addict?
I am now.
People are going to listen to this, and they're going to judge you and say you're just a druggie. How long have you been using heroin for?
I've been clean for a good while.
No, I'm not talking about the last month or two. I'm talking about over your lifetime. How long have you used heroin for?
I'm going to say a year.
A year?
Yes.
Oh, so you started heroin a year ago.
Yeah.
And before that, no heroin?
Mm-mm.
No meth?
Nope.
Are you telling me the truth?
Yes.
There's going to be people who listen to this, and they're going to say, "Oh, she's just a horrible druggie. She's not a value add to society anyway. You know, she's just ruining everybody, ruining her life. And she's just a druggie. That's what they'll say about you. So I just wanted to be clear. And a year ago, why did you start doing heroin?
Because I have MS, and I ran out of medication, and they said that, "Oh, try this. It's cheaper." Blah blah blah. And I tried it, and it did help.
Yeah, but you know, euphoria state, so you don't feel any pain.
Well, now I've been clean for 30 days at least.
Congratulations. One day at a time. You're heroined out, and how long does that last that you're junked out on heroin?
I mean, the night that I was arrested, on April 1st, I experienced the jail, and I didn't eat but maybe a piece of a banana, and tried to eat a Snickers. Snickers is my favorite. I only took a bite of it, and I said, can't eat it. I got a Pepsi, couldn't drink it, and I drank Pepsi from the time I wake up till the time I go to bed. It just tasted like pure hell, so I didn't drink it. And I weighed 185 pounds when I went in. When I come out on the 6th, I weighed 156.
So you went through withdrawals inside of the jail.
Yeah, I did.
So now you get out and you have to post a bond?
Well, that's what's crazy. I didn't post bond. My son didn't post bond. Nobody posted bond. They said it was nollied.
They said it was what?
Nollied.
Nollied. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Okay, so then you get out of the dungeon and they let you guys go on your own recording. So they let you guys go together?
Yes.
Same time?
Yep.
Okay. So then you guys go back to your house, right?
Yes, apartment.
And what happens next?
Well, we waited to see if we got letters in the mail or phone calls to see if we had to go to court or go back to the jail. And no, that didn't happen. We were, like I told you, I had a mess and I can't remember. We went to court and was charged with complicity, charged with trafficking.
Sure. So, and you pled not guilty?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And so now you're in jail for a week. You had a arraignment. You pled not guilty. And when you and your son go home, do you guys have a falling out, or does he stay there?
We argued. He stayed here, and I went to my boyfriend's in Pedro, Ohio.
Oh, you went to Pedro so that you could get
away
from your. Mm-hmm. So he stays at the house with his girlfriend, and you're in Pedro.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then what happens next?
We go to court, and the judge ordered me to go to hometown recovery, and that's where I am at now. I'm on 24-hour leave pass.
So now your face is pretty beat up. Let's kind of move forward. What happens? How do we get to that point?
Okay. I'm on a 2-hour pass. I go with my mom. We go out to eat, and we feel far around, and I told her, let's go get Paisley. I want to see my grandbabies. She said, okay. So we go down to Cinder Street, and I pick up my granddaughter. We pick up my granddaughter, and we come here to the apartment. And I seen the cop go by, and I just kept walking. Me and my baby girl come in the apartment. I got her gun, put some of my stuff in here, and I told her, I said, come on, let's go. We got to go. Because I got to be back there by 7 o'clock. I'm on 2-hour leave. So I bring her outside, lock my door. We're walking down the sidewalk. Her being 3, I give her a pack of extra chewing gum, watermelon flavor. And when she was walking, she was losing sticks of it. And I was walking behind her, picking it up. Well, I seen the cop go by again. I was like, Paisley, we gotta hurry. And she just looked at me. You know how 3-year-olds are. I said, come on, baby, we gotta hurry. I said, there's no. And when I get out to the sidewalk, at the end of my sidewalk here, he stops up on the bank. I mean, where I live, you got to go up, like, upgrade. He's parked to the side. He jumps out of his car. He says, hey, are you Alicia Griffith? And I said, yes, sir, I am. And then I'm trying to put Paisley in the car seat so my mom can take her and go on. And I told my mom, I said, he's going to take me to jail, Mom. She said, no, he's not. You're in rehab. I said, that don't matter. He's taking me to jail. I was trying to put Paisley in the car seat. I had my pistol in one arm, and my right hand, I'm taking and passing my mom a letter that comes from the mail. And I know I'm jerked around. Like, you can't take me to jail. I don't want to go to jail. And he starts screaming, Stop resisting arrest. I wasn't resisting arrest. I was taking my granddaughter, putting her in the car, trying to seatbelt her, and give my mom a letter.
Okay.
I had my purse on my arm, my left arm. He turns me around after I put my purse in the car, and he handcuffs me with my right arm, and next thing I know, I'm face down on concrete.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So he handcuffs you and then puts you on your face?
Yes. I told him, I said, I don't have no warrants.
He puts your hands behind your back, so you don't have your guns already.
Baby down on the ground, honey, on the concrete. My shoe went one way, my brain glasses went the other, and my face was in the concrete.
Oh, God. And so then when you call your mom, and it's 1:30 now, and how do you get out of that jail?
They come back and opened the door and said, Griffith, come on. And I was in total shock. Come on. Well, I go, Wheeler, I love that man. He is a good dude. Deputy Wheeler.
Yeah, he was very kind to me as well.
He took me up to the front, and I said, what's going on? He said, you go home. I said, what? He said, yeah, you get to go home. I said, well, that's strange.
So did they tell you that you did your warrant? There was no warrant for you?
The police did, yes.
So as you're being released, you say, why am I getting out? When does that happen?
Yes.
Who tells you that?
I can't remember the guy that told me that, but they said that I didn't have no warrant and that I could go home.
As you're being released, or during the when? When
I'm being released.
So you're putting your clothes back on, or where is he in the story? Because it's kind of thrown in there, so I want to make sure it's in the right time frame.
They took me back to where the jumpsuits are and got this black bag, got my belongings out of it, got dressed, put their stuff in the floor like they said, and they told me, well, we need our stuff back. I said, well, what stuff? The mats and the blanket. I said, okay, I can't get the mats. They're too heavy. I can't pick them up. So
your face is beat up.
Right.
And so what happens next?
One of the inmates brought the blankets up and gave them to him.
So they wanted you to go back and get the 2 mats and the blanket from isolation?
Yes.
And you said, I can't. And so then they sent a trustee back to go get them, right?
No, one of the inmates got them.
Right. It's one of the people who's trusted.
Yes.
Okay. And then they let you go?
Yes. I was released at 1:30.
Who's outside when you go outside?
Wheeler walked me to the garage door.
Yeah. I walked out of myself.
I walked out to my mom's car.
Your mom was waiting for you?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. And what's your mom like when you get in the car? When she looks at your face?
She's in devastation. She's like, I can't believe this. I said, Mom, I told you he was going to arrest me. She said,
he didn't just arrest you, though. He threw you on your face. He put you in cuffs. We need to get that body cam footage. I think everybody would like to see it, don't you?
Yes. Warford said that he hadn't got it yet. I don't know.
They're going to edit it.
Probably. No doubt.
But I'm a producer, so I'll be able to tell.
Well, I tell you what, you call my mom, and she's got a story to tell about it.
Oh, yeah?
Absolutely.
I missed my 12 o'clock call. So, okay.
Well, my battery's on my phone about dead.
Okay, I better let you go. Listen, I'm sorry this happened to you. They arrested you wrongly, and then what about the hospital bill? What about the damage to your face? They offering to pay for that?
I ain't gonna do that.
Huh?
I ain't gonna do nothing like that.
But you gotta go see an eye specialist, right?
He said I went to Dr. Milton for an eye appointment, and he gave me eye drops for my eye for infection, and told me he wanted to see me back in a week.
Dr. who?
Millicent.
Millicent? And he's in Ironton?
Yes.
Okay. He's an eye doctor there?
Yes.
And now how are you feeling? How's your head and how's your pain levels and stuff?
Well, my pain, as long as I don't touch it, I'm all right. My head is still kind of dizzy.
Well, just stay clean and get through it. And
absolutely.
We'll tell your story and I think they know the lawsuit's going to be coming. So,
well,
they're gonna try to prosecute you and put you in prison.
My mom is looking for a lawyer.
Morford, I'm on the record about him. I don't trust him, and I don't like him. I think he is what he is. I think he is what he is, and it is what it is. I think that they're going to try to, if you tell your story, you know that, don't you? You're going to face prison.
I don't want to go to prison.
I know you don't. You don't belong going to prison. You started using heroin because you're in severe pain and you're going through MS. If anything was going on in your home, you weren't doing it. You weren't doing it. And you weren't in a state of mind to have any sort of culpability. In other words, you weren't in a mental capacity to understand the ramifications of your action. There is no core criminal conduct. mens rea, the deciding factor in whether there's criminal activity, the core criminal conduct, knowingly, willingly, recklessly, negligently. So there's no core criminal conduct here. You're strung out on heroin. But it's very scary.
Well, please call my mom.
I got her number. Okay, I'll give your mom a call, honey.
All right, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.